What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Levon Kaysen back again with another interview. Tonight's guest, known for roasting One Stop for Gamers. This guy has been in Resurrection's podcast here and there. He's also been a part of the PlayStation Legion.
Whoa! I haven't been no part of the PlayStation Legion.
No. What I mean, like JTech TV. You know, ever you talk with JTech?
We had a conversation one time over. Actually, so this is how I met JTech on PlayStation in a PlayStation party. So they were discussing not even video games. It was discussing like consoles and stuff. He basically said the Xbox or the Xbox don't have a home, basically, since they lost all their exclusives and shit. And Resurrection and Shadow Man started going at him, and I was just sitting there like trying to pacify the thing. They weren't going at him too hard, but I was like, I don't want to start no drama or anything because, you know, this is another YouTuber. So I was trying to like get to know him and shit before I made a judgment on the nigga. But any story, any crazy story you've heard about JTech before, they're all true. They're not rumors. It's all true.
You think he's autistic?
I mean, he has to, like, honestly, he has to have some type or some mental type of like disability. Honestly, I honestly think that at this point in the game, man, because they take this shit seriously, like it's real life and stuff.
Like it's like high school again.
Yeah, like if he doesn't have like a mental problem, that's a goddamn shame because he really believes what he's saying.
Wow.
He's one of them types.
Wow, just wow. How did you find YouTube, Wavy? Tell us your YouTube story. How did you find it?
I found YouTube in like 2006 when it first came out. Believe it or not, I was a bigger anime fan back then than I am now. So I needed a place, like, because I remember I was in Germany and everything, man. I needed a place to watch Naruto because Naruto had just came out. Like over there or whatever. And you know, on TV, like, I don't know if you know this because we're like from different generations and shit, but they would only play certain shit on TV, and you could go to a website like you can today to watch movies and shit. I was looking for Naruto and Bleach, even though I never really watched Bleach. So I started watching Naruto on YouTube because that's actually how I found YouTube, was looking for Naruto episodes and stuff. And so I found YouTube and I started looking at AMVs and everything, and I made like 2 or 3 AMVs with like Rock Lee in it because that's my favorite character from Naruto. So that's how I found it. I didn't start using YouTube like that till I want to say probably 2 or 3 years ago is when I heavily became invested with YouTube or whatever.
And tell us what was it like making those first videos?
Man, that shit was a headache because I had to borrow my sister's laptop and make them on Windows Movie Maker, find like Linkin Park in the end and whatever, and fight like I did one with his fight against Gara, and then he fought like I don't remember the dude's name, but he was one of the 7 ninja swordsmen hidden in the mist and stuff. So other than that, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Nah, other than that, I believe, man, I was never part of the community in YouTube back. I do remember like probably 2009, 2010 is when I ran across Hard 8's channel, but I didn't have like my own YouTube account or anything. So I would just like watch his videos a couple times, never leave a like or a comment because I don't have an account, and I knew what it was, and like I actually liked some of the stuff that was going on YouTube, but it was like I had other shit going on in my life, so like I was more in the streets and stuff. Like last generation, I didn't really participate too heavily in last gen. When the PlayStation 3 came out, that's what I first had. And then like towards the end of the generation, I had the 360, but like 4 or 5 years of that generation, I wasn't taking gaming seriously.
Mm-hmm. So what was your first gaming system that you ever played in your life?
The first one I remember playing is and the game too is like I think it was Sonic 2 on the Sega Genesis. Like that was my favorite game as a kid when I was like 3 or 4. The first gaming system that I owned was a Super Nintendo. I've told people on the YouTube gaming streets before. My mom bought that shit off a crackhead. It came with Street Fighter 2. She got it for $20 too, with 2 controllers and everything. It came with Street Fighter 2. What's it called? Pitfall. I don't know if you're familiar with that game.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
Fucking World. The one where you get Yoshi on, and what other 2 games did I have? I can't remember right now, but I had a couple other games.
Okay. And when did you move to PlayStation?
PlayStation, I first had my first PlayStation late in the game. Cause growing up, man, I couldn't afford shit. Like I was living in the hood and shit, and it was a struggle. So I got whatever I got, and I enjoyed it. I played the PlayStation 1. I can't tell you for sure in what year, but the first games that I had for that shit was Siphon Filter, Resident Evil 3, what's it called? Mission Impossible. Let me think. I had a whole bunch of games for that system because my brother had actually got it. Like my older brother, he had a couple cool games on it. I just can't remember it all because it's been like a long ass time, man. That shit was in the like late 90s.
Uh-huh. So what are your thoughts on the Nintendo Switch? Are you getting one or no?
The Nintendo Switch is either going to be a hit or miss. I can't tell you that there's a game on there that I want to play. Like not even that Ultra Street Fighter 2, but it's like I wish it was more of a conventional console. It would have came in handy this week for me because I was on like a business trip and stuff, and I took my PS4, and it's like a big ass console. That little portable part would have been way easier to take and play and stuff.
Yeah.
Like when I was in my room or whatever, but I think it's gonna be convenient. They just have to make some good games for it, and like I don't know where their focus is for that console because it looks like Nintendo themselves doesn't know like what they want that to be.
I guess like young adults.
I mean, it looks like it's gonna be a console for hype beast. I guarantee you that it's gonna be successful at first. Like it's gonna be sold out and stuff because that's how everything is with Nintendo. Like people buy it to resell it and shit. But look, I'm a gamer at the end of the day, so like you gotta get a game that I'm playing and the mechanics work and everything, and I love how the game feels. It's pretty hard nowadays to like for me to play a story-driven game. Like I mostly like fighting games now. Like I feel like I've evolved as a gamer because I remember I would play like story mode games all day nonstop. But it's like I got tired of it because it's like at one point you get to like there's no story that hasn't been told yet with video games and shit. So right now I feel like I'm in a mode where I'm looking for like the next challenge, like Ryu from Street Fighter or whatever. Like,
yeah,
because it's a game where I actually got to put in time to get my character to like be decent or whatever. Actually, I'm gonna be participating in Jay Barry's tournament. Shout out to Jay Barry that he has later. So like at 9:45, if anybody's here and wants to check that shit out, just go and check out the boy Jay Barry's channel. But because man, like the state of gaming right now, I don't really get it because we never had trophies or none of that shit back in the day. If it would have been like that, like nobody would be able to catch up to me in trophies. Like nowadays, because that's the whole thing about how you bring up the PlayStation Legion and all that shit up. Everybody wants to act like trophies mean shit.
I'm a real gamer. You know, like,
now I'm gonna say trophies do show whether you actually put time into a game or how much time you put into them or whatnot. But having a trophy for a game doesn't necessarily, or more trophies than me doesn't necessarily mean you're good. Like, because the way that I looked at it, I like the Xbox achievement system better because it was actual points. But then I found out like it's still a similar structure. Like I wish like I got the Street Fighter 5 platinum. That's like a 10. That's almost impossible to get the platinum for. Like you really got to be dedicated for that shit. I wish it was more of a point system where like, let's say I would have gotten like 40,000 points for that game.
yeah.
Mortal Kombat X, I got the platinum for that. I wish I would have gotten like 30,000 points, 25,000 points instead of just a plain old platinum. Because there's people that go out there and they just play the easy games for the platinum and to level their level up on the PlayStation shit. But I don't go like if I don't enjoy a game or I don't want to get good at the game, I'm not gonna waste my time going after no platinum. Like I don't got there's other shit that I'm worried about is what I'm trying to say right now.
Okay. No, what I'm saying is, do you think that you should get something for the trophies, like $5 a PSN, or
that would be cool, but it's not gonna happen. Probably free DLC for the game, because I don't know whether you remember or not, like Resident Evil 3 on the PS1. Once you beat the game, you got a different costume for Jill, depending on the difficulty and shit like that. You got a weapon with infinite ammo, a bazooka, I believe. So shit like that is missing from gaming nowadays. They sell you that shit instead of letting you unlock shit. Like gaming's become pay to win as a motherfucker. Excuse my French.
Oh, I don't care if you cuss.
I know, but we got little kids in here, man. I gotta like correct my mouth and stuff.
So what are you getting the Xbox Scorpio? What are your thoughts on it? Do you like it? Do you hate it?
Let me tell you what I think about the Scorpio. That shit's gonna be dead on arrival. And you know why I say this? Yeah. And it's not just my thoughts on the Xbox Scorpio specifically, but it's more of my thoughts on Microsoft as a gaming division. Like they ain't been giving us no quality games. Look at Quantum Break. There were like reload animations missing like that. Like most of the I can't say that there's one game Microsoft has made where like it's came out and it works perfectly. I can't say that for the PlayStation either like that, but at least they provide us some quality games. Microsoft seems like they don't provide you no quality games at all.
Yeah.
I grew up gaming and shit, and I've been doing this for a long time. Like motherfuckers be wanting to act on YouTube like my opinion doesn't matter or some bullshit like that. But that's why on YouTube I don't fuck with too many cats, because like you real recognize real, and like you'll realize who you should fuck with and stuff like that. There's people here just to troll. You could do whatever the hell you want to do on YouTube. I ain't like the YouTube police or any of that. But it's like I'm here to really like build a community and talk to people and stuff like that, because I love video games, man. Like video games have always been a part of my life. Ever since I could remember, video games have always been there. I haven't always played video games in my life. Like I told you, this last generation, I missed out on gaming for like probably 4 or 5 years of it in between, but it's like games are something that I'm going to probably be doing till the day that I die. And I don't want my like childhood to become something that it was not in the past, like something wholly, completely different. I'm not saying we don't get good games nowadays or none of that, but it's a lot of fuckery going on in gaming right now.
Okay. So what what do you think? Well, tell us, what is your experience like being in this gaming community?
Oh man, it's been like I've been on YouTube commentating for a year, bruh. And like these niggas really take this console war shit seriously. I can't believe that, man. Like they be coming to my channel. You could go ahead and check all my videos. You could check that I got a ton of dislikes because I pissed off some dude who either had a different opinion or it was most likely JTech and Somatic, and they're just leaving dislikes there. Like I give a fuck about that shit. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I never hid or will hide my like to dislike ratio or none of that shit. I don't give a fuck. Like, dude, look, I don't want to say that it's not because I'm being more supported monetarily or none of that, or because I'm not making money off of YouTube. Because I would love to make money off of YouTube, but that's not something that I'm waking up in the morning like, oh, I got to make this video to get some revenue or none of that shit. And like, the fuckery that goes on in YouTube really has discouraged me from making a video. I'd rather just actually play my video games and stuff like that. But unless I have a topic that pops up in my mind, like I remember how something used to be in the past, or like, why is this shit happening like this? We got to do something about it to change it. I generally won't make a video just to make a clickbait ass video to get revenue or none of that shit. Like that's not what I'm here for.
Oh, okay. Okay. Very, very intriguing. Very good.
Yo, Lavon. Yo, I can't hear you, bro. Lavon Kaysen, you there, homie? You having these technical difficulties again? Yo, can anybody hear me speaking right now? Damn, man. Did my internet drop or some shit? Let me try exit. Yo, Lavon. Lavon K song. Lavon K son. Where the hell you at? All right, so I'm in here one deep by myself. I'm gonna interview myself, man. Computer acting weird. You want to do a part 2 to this shit, man, some other time? Because I don't want to be in here interviewing myself, man. But yeah, gaming is not what it once was. It's a lot of bullshit going on. And it's not even that. You'll find your good games here and there. Let me know when you about to get back, man. This shit is mad weird, B. Talking to myself like I'm schizophrenic or some shit. All right, so yo, Lavon, I'm about to hop off of this shit just so that you don't drag this video out or interview out. Unless you really have to, like, unless you get here within like when I'm done talking. But I think it was a pretty decent interview so far. We could always do a part 2 or whatever. This ain't no one-time thing or whatever. Like, I'm definitely available to talk whenever I got free time. But it was nice to be here, man. Thank you for having me here. It was a pleasure. You can holler at me on Twitter whenever, man. I'm out. Peace.